Hey guys, welcome back to another installment of X Designer Breeds. It is your boy Zion. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? I'm gonna wait on you. You know what? I am gonna wait on you to subscribe. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button below. Also turn on your post notifications so that you guys are notified each and every time I upload. So I received this question last night, but before I get into this question, let's cue the intro. Okay, so I received this question last night and I wanted to do a video answer to this question, right? And here's the question. I'm going to pop it up here. It says, hello. Let's start that over. It says, hello. I have been looking for a dark red Maltipoo, I believe that's the correct term, color term, for so long and came across your page. So many good reviews and I'm wondering how much a puppy like that would cost me and how wanting a certain color works. Is it more of a weight or do you only have certain colors? Thank you. All right, so in answering this question, I got a little bit technical and I tend to do so if I notice that the question is posed a certain way so that I explain to the customer exactly what it takes to produce a certain color. Now, in my program, I do color breed, but it's not the only thing that I do, right? Because obviously I'm trying to appeal to the customers as well and what's popular out there. So let's break down this question bit by bit so that you, the viewer, or you, the potential customer, can understand what it takes to produce a red Maltipoo, right? Because that's the title of today's video. All right, so let's start with the first section of the question. Let's define what a Maltipoo is. So a Maltipoo is a designer breed or a hybrid where a toy or a miniature poodle is crossed with a Maltese. Right? So that's the definition of a Maltipoo. So whoever out there who doesn't know what a Maltipoo is, it's just basically a mixed dog when a toy poodle is crossed with a Maltese, right? So to understand how to get a red Maltipoo, you would have to go down to explain the generations of Maltipoos, right? So there are different generations of Maltipoos, and the first generation, which is basically the definition of what a Maltipoo is, a purebred toy or miniature poodle crossed with a Maltese, is not going to produce you a red Maltipoo. You have to go deeper down into the generation in order to produce that color. And here's why. Here's why, guys. I'm going to break it down further for you so that you guys can understand, right? That is why I want you to subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to give you videos like this, right? To where I just explain the things to you so that you guys can really understand, right? First, before I go further into the video, look at the timestamp on this message. I received this message around about 12:30 a.m., right? Just to let you guys know that we breeders, we're robots. We work 24/7 and we're certainly, whenever you guys message, we're there to answer, because I did answer this message right after midnight. But here we go. Let's break it down. So I was saying that a first generation Maltipoo will not produce a red Maltipoo, and here's why. Well, a first generation Maltipoo is not going to be a red Maltipoo, and here's why. Maltese, they're always white. So, just to let you guys know, a Maltese is going to be white. Don't let anyone fool you. A Maltese is a Maltese. A Maltese is always white, right? So the genetics there is white, right? When you breed a Maltese, which is a white dog, to a red poodle, you're gonna get somewhere between browns, creams, tans, apricots. That's the type of color that you're gonna get. You're not gonna get a red dog. And here's why. Because Maltese is white and the red toy poodle carries the fading gene. All red poodles carries the fading gene. So don't let anyone out there fool you that red poodles, they don't fade, they don't have the fading gene. Unless your poodle is a black dog, then it carries the fading gene, right? All right, so let's get into the things. So that's the main reason why you won't get a red Maltipoo from that first generation. So when you breed a purebred toy poodle to a Maltese, that is called an F1 Maltipoo, which is purebred parents coming together to create that first generation or F1 Maltipoo. And I did that in my program, and I wasn't expecting to get reds, but I did get this type of color, which is like a brown mixed with white color. I'm gonna pop pictures up here so that you can view it. I bred Zenzali with Zer, right? Zenzali is a very deep, intense red toy poodle, and I bred her with Zer, and I got this nice brown color. All right, so to get the red Maltipoo color, you have to go deeper down into the generation, right? And you would have to pair one of these F1, right? F1 Maltipoo and do a back cross to a toy poodle. And when you do this, the F1, which is the brown color, right? The brown apricot color in that F1 Maltipoo, when you do the back cross breeding to the red toy poodle, then now you're gonna get like a darker color. Then you're gonna see the genes coming in now for a darker color, red. Maybe not so a darker color, but more so it's gonna be like a darker color Maltipoo. And this is gonna produce you a 75% toy poodle and a 25% Maltese, right? So that production there between the F1 and the purebred toy poodle is a back cross, which is called an F1B Maltipoo. And there you'll get more so of a higher percentage of producing that red Maltipoo that everyone so desires. And if you go deeper into the generations now, right, if you do an F2, right, Maltipoo, and you do a back cross with a toy poodle, a red toy poodle, then you're also going to get more so of a nicely red shaped, red color Maltipoo. It's kind of confusing because maybe you're not really knowing what F1 and F2 and F1B and so forth is. But just to give you guys an example, maybe you guys should just go ahead and just buy my book. I did write an ebook. I will link my website down below so that you guys can shop for it. It does explain somewhat of the generations of Maltipoos so that you guys can understand it just a little bit better. But just let us just do a recap real quick as to why you won't get why it's so difficult producing a red Maltipoo. So let's do a real quick summary. So you have a purebred toy poodle and a purebred Maltese bred together is going to give you an F1 Maltipoo. And the white Maltese bred with a fading gene of the red toy poodle, you're not going to really get much so of a red color. You're going to get like a brownish color, and more so maybe a puppy that fades over time, over their years growing up. The puppy, the color, it fades, right? Now, if you breed that brown F1 Maltipoo back to a red toy poodle, you're going to get an F1B Maltipoo, and you'll have a higher percentage chance of you getting a darker red-ish tones into those colors of those puppies, right? So now you're going closer to producing that red color Maltipoo that you're really wanting. And that combination of an F1 Maltipoo bred back to a purebred red toy poodle is going to give you an F1B generation Maltipoo, right? And that's a 75% toy poodle, 25% Maltese. And if you should go deeper down, say for instance you breed back an F2, and F2 is produced when you have an F1 Maltipoo, a first generation Maltipoo, as a parent, and a second parent as an F1 Maltipoo, right? They're bred together. It is called a second generation pairing, or a second generation Maltipoo, F2 Maltipoo. If you breed that back to a toy poodle, or a red toy poodle, then you have even a greater chance of producing those red tone colors. So let's go back to the question here. How much a puppy like this costs, and how does it work when certain colors are being produced, whenever you color breed per se. All right, so because these red tone Maltipoos are in high demand, right? They are, let me just check to make sure that I'm recording. I am. Great. All right, these red tone Maltipoos, they are in such a high demand, right? So you're gonna find a breeder that has a long wait list for these colors because they're very highly desirable. And because of this, they're not rare, they're very common, but they take longer to produce because so many people are wanting them. Now, because of this, the prices for them are gonna be higher. Yes, yep.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I said it. You're gonna have to spend more because you're gonna be on a wait list that's very long, right? And people are wanting these colors. They're highly desirable, and so you're gonna have to spend more to get them, right? So you may find that you're spending on the low end, maybe $1,500 up to maybe $3,500, and sometimes even up to $4,000. Yeah, up to $4,000 for these rich red tone Maltipoos. They're very highly desirable. They're very cute because you're mixing the essence of what you call the Maltese to the toy poodle, and you're gonna get that nicely deep, rich color in that Maltipoo, right? So that is what it takes to produce those red Maltipoos, and that's what you're probably gonna be spending on average, maybe $2,500 to get one of those puppies, right? And you may have to be spending a little bit of time on the wait list as well because they're very common, but they're in high demand. All right, so let me see if I've answered all the parts of the questions here. She did say that I have such good reviews. Thank you guys. If you guys have bought puppies from me, right, in the past, go ahead and I will link my Google page below so that you guys can leave me a nice review. And also on Facebook, I'll leave my information in the description box below as well. All right, so let me see if I've answered all the sections of this question. It says how wanting a certain color works. You're probably gonna be, if you're dealing with a breeder, you're probably gonna have to be placed on a wait list because, like I told you, the generations that you'd have to go through to get this deep, rich, dark red Maltipoo. So you're probably gonna be waiting a while to get it, and you're probably gonna have to spend some more to get it, right? Let me see. If you guys, I think I've answered all the sections there of that question. If you guys like whenever I break down questions like this, you guys can leave your questions in the comment section down below so I can take a look at them and give you some answers. Or you guys can feel free to hit me up on Instagram or also Facebook or on my website, guys. I do have a contact section there on my website where you can ask me questions as well. So feel free. All my contact information is going to be down below. And I will also link my ebook. I do have physical copies as well, but for the most part, they're functional as ebooks. I will link where you can get my ebook. They're just $9.99. It's not really that much, right? It's just a couple pages, a booklet, right? So just go ahead. I will link in my description down below where you can find that for purchase. And so see you guys in the next video.